if you know your worth, if you know what you're doing and you know you're good enough, and they don't pick you or they don't invite you, invite yourself.
Hey guys, welcome to Xoxo Fashion, a series all about Black empowerment, fashion and lifestyle. We are doing weekly interviews with Black creatives in the fashion industry to inspire and motivate the Black youth in Europe. So this week's interview is going to be with Joy. She's a designer and illustrator who is currently doing an internship at Tommy Hilfiger in Amsterdam. Because of coronavirus, we actually decided to not meet in person and to do it via Zoom. But don't worry guys, it's still going to be interesting and informative. So to not make this intro too long, let's dive right into it. I'm super happy that you're here. You are the second person on this channel. So it would be nice if you just introduce yourself.
So my name is Joy Julius. I am Swiss, Nigerian. I moved to the UK to study fashion design. Now I'm interning in Amsterdam, Tommy Hilfiger, in the design runway and collection team. Yeah, I'm done with my internship now and going back to the UK to finish my collection for my final year. So.
How did you get the idea of saying, okay, I want to be a designer?
I always, like, since I was at school, I've always been like drawing. I always wanted to be an artist. I wasn't specifically thinking about design when I was younger. But when I had to choose a school as an artist, in my school in Switzerland, I had to choose between fashion, graphics and all that. And so I told myself, oh, I'm just going to do fashion then, why not? But I was really young back then. And I hated it. Sorry.
Really?
The first time I did that, I hated it because the school I was in Switzerland was very, Switzerland is not very fashion driven. Like, it's not fashion forward. So learning fashion in Switzerland was more like technical, like, sewing. And I wanted to be a designer, not a maker. So after 1 year, I left the school and then became a hairstylist, because I still felt like, I think within me, I wanted to be an artist. But what I didn't realize back then was I wanted to enhance beauty. I wanted to make people more confident, that's something that was driving me, making people bring out beauty in people, bring out confidence in people. And, I found that through hair. So I started doing hair and I loved it. After finishing my 3-year internship in Switzerland, I still felt that it wasn't a complete thing. And I was into fashion, but like fashion as in styling, not fashion as in design. And then I was telling myself, you know what, I think I was too rational about design and I really want to do design actually. I want to create for people like me, because I didn't see enough people like me who wanted to experiment with style and like Black women, who...
Yeah.
So I finished my design and my hair apprenticeship, and then I went to London to do fashion, and yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if you just explain the process from having the idea to actually having the product.
So say you're a CEO or you yourself, you decide to focus on a specific theme, right? And then you find images that inspire you, then you find garments that associate with that idea. You look at it, you start like, at Tommy, this is how we work. Then you get inspired by the garments you found that really is in your theme. We design from the garments, and then from there we develop the ideas we got. We work with other people, so it's designing is not only about you designing. You're gonna have a big team around you. You're gonna have like a trim designer or a trim product manager, and then you're gonna have people who are gonna be doing fits for your garment after it's done. You're gonna have maybe you are, let's say you design your own prints, right? Let's say you design your own prints, so you have to figure out what prints you like for the theme and for the specific garment. You have to develop that, and then once you've got your whole design process, so you have your garment, you've edited what changes, you have your print, you have your placement and everything. You can send it off to a place to be made, to a manufacturer who's going to make your garment. And then when you get it back, you check it if it's exactly what you want. You can modify, you design again, basically. You look at it, you can design again. Things like that. The process takes a long time, because some people think by the time you design, you make, it's very short, but it's a long process because the fit has to be great as well. You have to put it on a model. It has to like work, you know, everything has to be perfect, and then you get your garments done, and that's one garment.
Yeah, that's crazy, because I actually thought that you just have an idea, you choose the garment, and then it's finished. But I didn't actually think that there would be such a long process you have to do. Actually, what do you think would be the time? Because now I think like, oh God, that sounds like 100 years.
The whole process depends really on like if you work for a company or if you work for yourself. If you work for a company, things can go a bit, I think, quicker in a way, because you've got different people helping you, right? You've got someone who is doing the prints, and then you've got someone who is like sourcing fabric. You've got someone who is sourcing like even trims, like what buttons, what, you know. And then if you want to be like even crazier and like put like your logo on each button. It takes a while. But if it's for yourself, I think, I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna find that out next year when I do my own proper like collection. But yeah, and I don't know, it depends what look you want as well, so I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna okay, that's fine, because people are gonna be like, yo girl.
You said it a little bit before actually, but just to have it again, how did you find your style? What was your motivation and inspiration?
Growing up in Switzerland was difficult. I wouldn't say difficult. It wasn't totally easy as a Black girl. I was also different because I was very androgynous. So two things, I had to find a way to make myself feel good, because I didn't always feel good about myself. And I think fashion was it for me at that time. I was dressing very tomboyish, and I loved my blazers, I loved my baggy pants, I was just different, right? And that really pushed me into fashion. And even like looking at my favorite designer like Yohji Yamamoto, like every like blazers, and like really it's subtle, but like it's baggy, it's huge, it just makes you like confident, like you wear one of those things and like you feel really good about you. And that's my aesthetic, and that's something I want to make everyone feel in my designs. And yeah, that's it really. I don't know if I've said it all, but
no, it was actually good. I just have a question again about money. Obviously, money is always a topic as well, and I wanted to ask you, how is it with the income as a designer? For somebody who thinks, okay, I'm going to be a designer, I'm going to be rich. Is it something you can say that's true, or you would say, if you want to be rich, don't go into this direction?
It's a difficult one, because it depends where you end up, what you do, and what type of design you decide to do. Because working for yourself is, I think, it can go either way. You can really be successful, and people see you, you become kind of like out there, and people buy your things, and it's worth it, because then you've got success, your name is out there, and you do earn good. But what I feel is that, what I know definitely is that, like, it's not as everyone thinks, because fashion is very expensive, and making your own, so for example, making my collection is going to cost about 3,000. I know you can do it in much less, right? If you find different fabrics and stuff, but making 6 looks or however could cost you £3,000 to make. I know for a fact that when I started, I thought, oh, fashion design, you're going to be so rich. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like, oh. Yeah. But it's a lot of money. And even if you do become successful, you need to like put that money back into the fashion, put into your next collection. And before you can actually benefit from it, it can take quite a while. But it's different when you work for someone else again, depending on like if you're high streets, or more high-end. But even the high-end brands, like, because of the name, they might not pay you that much. It's funny, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I thought, okay, you're working for a big brand, so you should at least get paid well.
Yeah, you will get paid. You get really good pay, but it's not as much as you think.
Crazy.
Weirdly, it's not. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm a fashion designer, and it's like you're like a millionaire.
Yeah, I mean,
you still have to make your way up as well. You start you start with a basic salary and then you work your way up. Again, it's not because you're in a big company that you're gonna, there's the perk of the name of the company you're working in. Just to be in there is already like, wow. And then what the part, it's a whole, there's a whole thing. But you need to love design. You need to love what you're doing, because if you can't just do it for the money, because it's very difficult.
Because we said it before that you have an internship, or you did an internship with Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. What was the process like to get this internship? I mean, for everyone else who says, okay, I want to start at a big company, how do I make it?
It's so different for everybody. So my process was, when I moved to the UK, to London, I got to a really bad foundation to start with. And that really set me back, because after that, I didn't actually get any placement for any university. None of us actually did, really. And I did another year. And then this year I told myself, you know what, I'm going to get my portfolio really good, because I'm not going to go for any less than one of the best fashion unis in London. So I did my portfolio, I worked, I applied, but I made sure I applied for the 5 best ones through UCAS, right? Even though the previous year I got denied almost by all of them, I got a few placements again, like the second year I applied. So that's something I'm gonna say is very important. Don't give up. If you don't get in the first time, work harder and get in the second time. Don't settle for a lesser. It depends what you want out of it, obviously. But if you want to work in a big company, I would say look for universities who have connection, type of like industry you're looking for. You know, if you want to work high street, then you look for a university who would make sure you get there. And if you want to work for high end, look for a university that will get you there. Obviously it also all depends on your talent and all, like your hard work and all of that, but it's easier when a university can help you there. So when I did get into my uni, the second time I applied, I was really excited, because it's not Central St. Martin's, right? But it's Kingston University, basically. And they have great connections and stuff. And they make quite a bit of a difference, because in my second year, we had competitions and we had ASOS come in to give us a brief. We had Zara, we had Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, then we had other briefs, but they didn't come to the to the university. But we had Ralph Lauren, and then quite big brands were giving us competitions. And at the end of that competition, the winner goes and does an internship with them.
Okay, that's
right.
Okay,
so just
really
that
good.
alone is great. And they select 1 or 2 people for a competition, so that was great. Some people went to California to do Old Navy as well, Gap. So some people went to Old Navy in California for a few months for summer, and I won the Tommy Hilfiger competition for the year. So I got a 12 months internship at Amsterdam, in Amsterdam. So that's what brought me here. Yeah, some people got Chanel. Some people got Hermes. So you want a university that can help you through that. Basically that's I think something to consider when you're trying to apply for a placement.
That makes sense. I mean, I didn't think that a university would make such a big difference, but if they already do a competition with those big brands and you can actually win an internship, that's great. I mean, how can it get even better? Then you're already inside. So let's talk a little bit more about illustrating, just to get everyone an idea.
Illustrating. So as I said earlier, like I've always been into drawing. I've been drawing for a while, but then I stopped for a long time, because drawing is for kids. In that sense, I was like doing my hair, and I was like, drawing, like what am I gonna draw? And then I think when I got into fashion at uni and stuff, I was drawing a lot for my research and like my development, my ideas and stuff, but not fashion illustration. It was more like fashion sketches at that time.
Okay.
And then when I got into my placement at Tommy, I started doing a lot of illustrator work, which is more like flat drawings and like, of a garment. Like you take a garment and you redraw that garment on CAD, on Illustrator. And then I just felt like, that I like that. Like I like drawing digitally, and I got an iPad. I just started illustrating. It just felt natural to me. It was just like I started like as a stress mechanism. You know, I got home from work. I sat in front of a show, and I just started illustrating because of this my aesthetic. So I think I've always just loved powerful figures. I love people who show confidence. I love people who express themselves in a certain way. And through illustrating, I feel like I can express that. So I found images, like if I would see images of people like that inspire me, I would get so excited. Like I always go so excited, but I never did anything about it. I didn't have a page to repost these things, or so through illustration, I felt like I could illustrate them in the way I see them, and yeah, just inspire people or just show my style, my taste, and like I got me excited, so I just started illustrating, and I would do that after work almost like every day, just as a fun thing. And it became a thing that I just kept doing. And yeah, now I'm actually illustrating for as a commission. I'm doing commission work, and I'm
so you
also,
can actually get money out of it, or earn money with it.
You can earn money with it, yeah. Yeah, and it's exciting because if you like doing that, it's like they're paying you to do something you love, because I did it anyway after work.
That's great. That's great. Why not?
That's the goal. That's life goals right there. And yeah, and I'm illustrating for different things actually. So different. Yeah, it's great.
That's nice. So how do you see your life in 5 years?
By the way, everything is going right now. I'm thinking by the time I finish my university, I want to go back to Africa. I want to go back to Nigeria. I basically want to create something there, make it like an international brand.
That's nice. So do you have any last words you want to share with everybody?
As a Black artist, no matter what industry you go into or what uni, or you need to know what you want and know what you're worth, because a lot of times you're put second. You need to be your own first pick, and you need to show people that you should be the first pick. Work hard, and if you feel like you're wrongly graded, speak out, because I wouldn't be in Amsterdam if I had just let them, because even just getting Tommy Hilfiger, I had to stand up because they didn't pick me initially. I had the grades for it. My work was great. I know it was great, and they didn't put me on the list. I went there, knocked on the door, and said, "Listen, why?" And it was a mistake. They forgot my name. They put my name out mistakenly. You know, and I had an A for that course. You know, like wow. Anyway. And then they put me on the list, and I was the only one on that list to be selected for this internship, for this scholarship. So that just taught me, if you know your worth, if you know what you're doing, and you know you're good enough, and they don't pick you or they don't invite you, invite yourself. Put yourself out there. No, seriously. And even, that's all I can say. In any industry, no matter what position, invite yourself, put yourself out there, ask questions, ask why not, what can I improve? Oh, I didn't get this time, I'm gonna get it next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. Next week's episode is going to be with a jewelry maker from Denmark. So please like and subscribe to this channel to not miss an episode. Until that, see you the next time. Bye.